Here. What is going on? What's cracking? Sorry, I was late. Technical difficulties. What's up, family? How are you guys? How is everyone? What's going on, y'all? What's up? How you doing, Rich? Hey, 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 Mr. Moderator. I'll show you guys this. Maybe. I got a new toy. I'm gonna play with my new toy. Let me see. Okay. Yes? All right. All right. What is going on? Trying to get my battle station ready. How you guys doing today? What was the weather like for you guys? Move some of this stuff over. Who else is watching? Who else is on? Let me know in the comments. Who do we have? What kind of show are we gonna have? Let's get it cracking. Texting Gigi, she was asking me right before the stream my opinions on the desk. Literally like 2 minutes before it was supposed to come on stream, so I was texting her to remind me after our stream. What is going on? I feel like I can add more lights. Here. What's cracking? How are you guys? So I just told Gigi earlier today not to point out, and me and Keith Pelzer were talking about this yesterday as well, not to point out things that may be of a concern to you because your audience may not even realize it. And I did say that I don't do it when I'm in the bank. I don't point out, like if my mic doesn't sound great and stuff. But for you guys, when I'm trying new things, I point it out. You know what, Angelica? Oh, wait, hold on. Can I do this? How do I do this? Did that work? Oh, that got Gretchen's, but hi, Gretchen, how are you? I seem to be short. I know. How many cameras do I have? I just have that one and this one. I got some cool stuff. See that? That's a slick pod thing. Let's go back to this camera. I do always want to add, and then that's the problem. When you go to other friends' houses and stuff like that, you really get like gas, and I'm like looking around like, oh my God, all the things. But what I was saying was, I was just telling Gigi earlier today to not point out things that you may not be happy with the stream or you may feel is going wrong with the stream. Don't call attention to it. Because your audience may not even realize. But I'm going to do that now because what we were supposed to do yesterday was we were going to switch microphones because I'm still not sold on the Rode NTG. I'm going to take it upstairs and I'm going to do some testing on an actual camera and some actual camera footage. So we'll see how that is. Hey girl, hey, how are you? But let me know how this microphone sounds. So I'm going to call it to your attention. I'm using the Rode Wireless Go with the lapel pin. I have it on the receiver at -9 decibels, and I have it on the Rode Connect app at 20. So, and I'm getting kind of an echo on my end on my earphones because of the way I have it connected to my Rodecaster Pro and stuff. And I can connect it directly to the Rode receiver or the AI Micro, but then I won't hear any sound effects. And I was trying to work with that, and that's why I was late. So I apologize, but we're gonna work around it because I think it's only on my end. So I know that there is still a little bit of the room reverb, a little bit of that echo. I did order some acoustic panels yesterday, and it's supposed to get here tomorrow. So I'm gonna add some paneling the way I've said. I'm gonna add some paneling here and some paneling under. And if it works, because I also have low ceilings, that's the other thing. So it is a typical studio basement that although it's finished, the ceilings are much lower. So I can actually, when I stand up, I can touch the top of my ceilings. And what that means for sound, acoustics, and vocals is that because it is a much tighter space, you have more walls and you have shorter space for the audio to bounce off of. So if the acoustic paneling that I purchased make a difference on where I have this thing here, this, I still don't know what we're calling it, but if that makes a difference, then I'm probably gonna buy 3 or 4 packs and put some on the ceiling. We'll see. May need to put some tiles on. Right, exactly. See, you're exactly that. And that's what I was thinking, Paul. When I looked up and I was thinking about it, trying to just figure out the acoustics of my room, I said, I do think that that makes a big difference because it's the ceiling is, and it's all bare. I have the rug. Thank God I put the rug down, and it's an 8x10 rug, but we'll see. So let me know what the microphone sounds like, if it sounds okay, if the levels are all right. Keith and I were talking, again, to not call attention to certain things because the perfectionists in us, right? We may say, oh, this is not what the Lewitt sounds like, and I know how rich the Lewitt may be or whatever. But then had I not called attention to it, and someone who's not been to my stream, you guys know to look for, right? Like my Lewitt, you guys know to look for this in the shot. But somebody who comes brand new and I'm just talking and I don't call attention to it, they may think that the audio sounds great. So cool. Richard says, sounds good for a wireless to me. All right, good. That's good to hear. And I'll listen to it after the fact and see what that is. Paul is agreeing that the ceiling might work better than the wall. So they were, and they're not, like, I didn't spend crazy money on it because I want to see if it makes a difference. See? And this is what me and Keith were talking about. And no shade to you, babe, and I know you know that, but that's what we were saying. Because the majority of us are in the industry and we already have an ear of what we like, and like listening to the SM7Bs and the MV7s and like my Lewitt mic and things like that. We know what we want to achieve, what we're going for. Then you have someone like Angelica that this is not what she does full time, right? She's not like the way we are immersed with this type of equipment. And she says, you sound great, but what do I know? You know a lot, because, you know, this is what we're trying to say. You would absolutely know if it sounded horrible, right? So if I sounded really low, if I sounded staticky, if you constantly heard that because I didn't put my lapel mic the right way, you would know that. So don't say, what do I know? I'm just nitpicking because that's what I can do. Was that a real bell? Was that, Paul, why you gotta hurt my feelings? That was the Rodecaster Pro. He didn't let me take that bell, unfortunately. He did say, however, that that's the most that bell has ever been used at all, that he has had it, and he, like, as many times as I rung that bell yesterday, it has not been used more than last night. So that was really funny. I had a really good time with Keith yesterday. I was at his house till 10:30 at night. I hung out with him. I hung out with his wife. I got to meet both of his sons, had great conversations with each of them. His oldest son is a car guy and I'm a car girl. So we're talking and fascinated about one of their neighbors, they have three, a Lamborghini, a Mustang, and a Jaguar. So we were like just nerding out over cars and all of that stuff. So it was a good conversation. You were having wishful thinking. I know. That's all right. I probably could have gotten away with taking it, but he gave me, do you see this? I'm so excited for this. So I don't want to unplug it, but hello, look at this. So this is the Loop Deck Live. This has been on like my wish list for 2 years. Like Doc and I were talking about it. Doc got it first, and then I know Diana got it. And hello, Driven Spice. I do have a link for consulting. I have to send Paul all of my links. If you can do, Paul, if you can put my bio link, indiad.live/bio, and Driven Spice, in my bio link, there's a contact me link there, or you can sign up. We can reach out there, and then I'll send you the direct links for right now. I'm in the process of building out a new website, and I didn't give it to my moderator, so shame on me. But thank you for reaching out. I look forward to having a conversation with you. I've wanted the Loop Deck for quite some time, and I've had the Stream Deck, right? So I brought the Stream Deck instantly when I first got into streaming. And then like we spoke the other day, I think it was yesterday, we spoke, and by Keith being so great, we gifted my 15 key to the community. He upgraded me to the 32 key, and I love my Stream Deck. But the Loop Deck has been on my radar, like, for such a long time. And I've gone to like the Amazon website because it's like next day delivery. So of course, for that instant gratification, I don't know if there's, where you guys are, if there is micro centers. If you don't know what a micro center is, guys, that is a tech nerd's heaven. Just look up micro center. And I'm talking about, forget about, it's not like a B&H with cameras and audios. We're talking about, you can make your own USB-C cables. We're talking about hard drive enclosures. We're talking about Intel chips, AMD chips. You can build out your own computer. They have the computer casing, the fans, the coolers. Did you see how I had to lean in for that? If you don't know about Micro Center and you are a nerd, you need to know about Micro Center. So I bring up Micro Center because they actually do sell the Loop Deck there, and I went to Micro Center this summer when I bought my 32-inch ultra wide, and I was this close. And they have, and I really want the Loop Deck, the bigger one. The Loop Deck, I think, I don't know, the $550 one. That's the one I really want, just because, guys, I don't have, just because it's bigger and it has more buttons, and the dial, it has a big dial. And then, you know, Ecamm has now their partnership, or whatever they call it, right? That they give us. And if you guys don't know, you can get, with the Ecamm perks, you can get 10% off of the Loop Deck through Ecamm perks. You get the code, you go to Loop Deck. And so, you know, for me, even more so, right? I was like, pull the trigger. And I've been trying to be really good about, thank you, Paul. I've been trying to be really good with my financial responsibility and my spending. And I haven't, that's the one thing I've been, and look at God, see, look at God. Because I went to Keith's house yesterday and he had it on his standing desk. And all I said was, how do you like this? How are you using this, right? Because that's what we all do in our community with each other. If it's a cool gadget, Richard is the one that gave me the idea about the XLR to 3.5 millimeter cable. So we learn from each other. So it was literally a genuine question of, Keith, like, how are you using this? Especially with his, music production background. And I see some of the things that he's doing with his clients and stuff. I was genuinely interested. Keith did not even have that loop deck plugged in. He was like, do you want it? You can have it. I said, say word. And then I'm like, no, wait, Keith, like, you can't just give this to me. Like, this is expensive. Like, he gave me this slick stand, and that's like, $60. Not that it's not expensive, but the loop deck is $270. I said, Keith, listen, if you insist, I'll take it, right? Like, I'm not gonna fight you. I'll take it. But like, really? Like, dude. And he was like, India, I know you'll use it way more than what I'll use it, and I want to see you use it. I want to see you compare it to the Stream Deck. And so he starts unplugging it. Well, I thought he was unplugging it. He didn't even have it plugged into his computer. He literally just picked it up, wrapped the cable around it, and goes, here, put this in your bag. So I'm so grateful for him. I'm very excited to play around with it. And so you guys, of course, will see those 2 videos. You'll see the comparisons. The one thing when you do research on it, if you have been interested in the loop deck, or now if you start to do research, the one thing that has been consistent across the board with the loop deck is that the software tends to be buggy. I've already noticed that. When I was trying to go in and customize it and configure it with the buttons, I had to like restart it 3 or 4 different times. If it continues to do that, I will reach out to them. But then once I got it up and running and I went into Ecamm, that's a whole nother video. That'll be another live stream for another day, but I am very excited. So let me check on you guys in the community. K-Walk, what's cracking? How you doing today? K-Walk, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. And then Gretchen says, and why are we talking about them? Why are we talking about what? Are we talking about the nerdy stuff? Tell me. What should I not? Because bigger is better. See, this is why you are my girlfriend, because you get me. But then that becomes problematic, because then there are times that you absolutely encourage my spending. And we've spoken about this. Angie and I have absolutely, hey Todd, Christmas clatter. How are you? I keep saying I'm gonna see so that I don't forget, because I said it last time in my trusty post-its. For those of you guys that know, when I really need to get something done, I'm gonna put sound effects. I was trying to think about how I wanted to do the sound effects for Todd Xmas clatter. I just need to do that. I'm going to do some sort of sound effects. So whenever you come into the stream, I'm going to have a special one just for you. But, going back to the conversation that I say, like with me and Angie, that we know that our relationship can 100% be dangerous because we encourage each other. She'll say, babe, I was thinking about getting whatever it is that, and I'm like, do it. Just do it. And then she does the same thing with me, whether it's biking or look at, she's like, because bigger is better. And I said, listen, we take our relationship to the next level. We have to figure out, because we can't both be spenders in the relationship. Usually there's a person who's the spender and then the other person's that's like, your card is on. Me and Angie can't both be the spenders. Anyway, Gretchen says, buttons. Yes, thank you, my good sir. I'm just catching up to the Gretchen, what do you know about this? Do you know much about this Loop Deck Live? If I can get it to, there you go. So this is all right, let's do this. And then, wrong one. So here's this, right? So there's buttons. So I'm gonna put the music on, but you can actually lower the volume or increase the volume if you want, right? I'm gonna stop that. And then the same thing with the air horn. Listen, I know that once I get to tinkering, like I already said that I'm gonna take this upstairs and sit on my sofa and like really with the MacBook Pro and like tinker this to my heart's content, because this is gonna be a whole, All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Squirrel, exactly. And Angie, don't be starting with the squirrel. Imagine a squirrel. You know? I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Elaine, how are you today, my good friend? And Keith is an absolutely amazing person, 100%. All right, Gretchen and Angie, y'all better not, nerdy stuff. It's called Micro Center. Just look it up, Micro Center. You'll thank me. Maybe not, because you'll thank me. Your wallet and your husband may not. That's the difference. Speaking of mics, you got a new gas. No. What'd you get? What did you get? Gas? I don't know. Post-its are, yes, sir. They are 100% a serious business. When I put a post-it on, that means that things are going to happen. That's what that means, okay? So, my wife wanted a glow forge. What's a glow forge? Tell me. I have a loop deck on my desk and it lights up. Paul, I don't even, because you're waiting for me to give you a class on it. That's what it is. That's what that probably really is. Wait, what's a glow forge? Am I missing out? Guys, no, I don't think I want to know what a glow forge is. Little stream deck sitting on the desk, oh my God, guys. What is this blasphemy that you're saying? The knobs can zoom in and out, possibly side scroll. Micro, see, Todd, where are you from? You know all about the micros. It's amazing. SE Dynacaster. What is this? Do I need to know about this Dynacaster? We used to have micro centers here, but they're all gone. Oh, they're not all gone, my friend. They are on the East Coast and they're amazing. That was my dad's favorite store. Like, he went to the grand opening in Brooklyn, and then got cups. And then he gave me like 4 cups. I remember one time I went to his house and he was giving me a coffee mug, not a cup, a coffee mug. And he was like, here, because he knows I love coffee. And so I took like maybe 2 and he was like, look, and then I was like, first of all, Dad, how did you get so many Micro Center cups? And he laughed, and I don't remember like what he told me, but I remember him laughing. And then he continued to try to give me the mugs. And I was like, Daddy, like 2. And I'm glad that I took, because I still have, I don't use it, but I have the Micro Center cups that my dad, just so I can have the story and know that my dad was like shoving Micro Center mugs in my face, and I have a gift for my father. So there's one in California. The next one over is in Colorado, and I'm sure that that's a huge commute for you. It's a laser cutter, a circuit on steroids. I don't need that just yet. And I will not do research, because you know what Keith and I also said yesterday? Keith and I also said that, and see, Richard is playing games. Richard is messaging me, whatever it is, and it showed up on the iPad, and it did show up flipped, so I can't read it. I am not going to read his message right now, but he's trying me. That is what Richard is doing. But Keith and I were also talking about, there are things that Keith and I are the type of people that we may not need something. And Angie, you let me know if you agree 100% of if this is a good assessment of me. But that, we are the type of people that we may not need something, but we will find a reason to need it. We will find a reason to justify that purchase. We will make it work. Like, I didn't need the Stream Deck pedal, but I got it. And I'm making it work. So I will not do research on this Glow Forge, because I do not need to kick in and say that I need it. Gretchen says, do they have cameras and lenses? That is better than shoes in my world. So they have a very small camera section. It's more of a computer store. So they have like their own, they are authorized Apple resellers. So like when you go in Best Buy, that there is a dedicated Apple section. I feel like the Apple section in Micro Center is much nicer. So they have their own dedicated Apple section. They're also authorized resellers for Dell. And so I like going there, especially when I was looking for monitors, because they have a ton of monitors for us. So it's really good for like computer things that we'll use outside of the audio and video, the actual laptops, the computers, the screens, any cables, docks, the other components that we need to make our streams and our content creation work, you can find it there, and you'll be able to find, like, they sell Elgato. So they have all of the Elgato things, like the multi-mount and the arms and the cam links, and yeah. Last week I drove 2 hours to St. Louis for a great, right? Because they also, listen, you guys are taking me off track, but that's okay. They also have OpenBox, which I'm a huge fan of. A huge fan. That's a live stream for one day to tell you guys about my OpenBox store, my OpenBox deals, and to tell you why you absolutely should shop for OpenBox before you pay brand new, because they have great deals. Because gas is as much as my gas. It's giving me. I love that. I love that. I know what you meant. Circuit. Lame. Wait, what's lame? Who's lame? I hope you're not a bot, but you know, I can be lame, I guess. Whatever. Don't make me mad. You're entitled to your opinions. Angie says, absolutely you. Only 35 microcenters across the country, according to the Google gods. One day, Lane, if you're ever, Gretchen, if you're ever near one, you definitely need to go to one. Just a short 21-hour trip with no stops. Yeah, no. You figure out a way to turn your wants into needs. This is see, but that's the salesperson in me. I'm a natural salesperson. So, microcenters, where is that? Squirrel, 100% got squirreled. 100%. Sort of like the old Circuit City. Oh my God, don't go there. Yes. Oops, 25 can't say. Go Forge are raising prices. All right. So we are going to do some Canva stuff today. And Paul did remind me I'm easily squirreled, but we are ready. I do have everything ready. So let me go in, and can I use my loop deck? Yes. Hi. Oh, that's right. I did have my overhead lights on because it's this angle this way. There we are. What's going on, fam? How are you guys? So what are we going to do today? We are going to do end screens for Canva, and Gigi is here. So we're going to do some overlays for Ecamm when you're bringing in some guests. We'll probably do maybe one for you and a guest, and then showing different options of using the camera overlay feature to put it over your overlay that you create in Canva, or doing the cutout and making it transparent, the section, and then layering. I hope that that made sense to you guys. So let's get straight into the quick one, which is the end screens. And so I just created an end scene, right? And I didn't have it yesterday, but I did it earlier this week. Let me just get to it. And then this is the end scene that I just created. And it muted me, so I needed to unmute, right? So I created this here, and then I have it as my very last scene. I'm gonna pause it. I have it as my very last scene within Ecamm, and then I set the settings within Ecamm that once this is done, so I actually did extend the file for 30 seconds, and then I did select the option that once this is done, then it's gonna end the stream for me. So I needed to make sure that I paused it, because if I would have kept it going, it would have ended the stream. So you have to be very careful if you're doing that. But that's a good way to change things up. For right now, I'm not gonna be doing as many videos as I would do, because we're doing 100 days of streams. But that's a good way that if you have a video on YouTube that you want to feature, and you want to feature that after your live stream or anything else, you just go ahead, and if we go back to that scene, it automatically mutes me. Sorry, guys. So what I was saying was, on this one, where I have the 100 days of live streams, that's where you would, in theory, put whatever YouTube video you would want to feature. in that section. I do have the overlay, and the overlay is where I change the number. I'm gonna try to be good with remembering to change the number every day before the stream. So this is accurate. And by the way, because, where are we? Did that not show? Hey, that didn't show. Where's my, there it is. We are 10 days in, you guys. 10 days in, 90 days to go of my 100 days of live streaming challenge. And it has been so good so far. So notice I didn't turn on the countdown timer. We are gonna get back to that countdown timer, but how exciting is that? And if we go back to the end scene, I have my sound effects that should have played already. And then I edited my overlay here for the 90 days to go. And then I'm gonna continue to use this. All I'm gonna do is just gonna change out my 100 days of live streams thumbnail and then put whatever featured thumbnail for the video. And so we're just gonna go in, we're not gonna do this one, we're gonna look at some other ones, look at some options on how you can make it your own and then bring it into Ecamm and show you guys some of the options from within Ecamm. So like I mentioned, with that particular end scene, excuse me, with that particular scene, I have that as my ending. And then I selected the option that once the video is done playing, it's gonna end the scene for me. And then what I did within Canva was, it was about a 5-second file. I extended it to about 30 seconds to give enough time for the last comments to come through, end the scene, fade to black, and be good to go. So let's get straight into that stuff there. Hey, Louis, que lo que? What's going on today, brother? How are you? There you are. And 10-day vibes, 10-day vibes, I like that. I know that countdown timer is kind of like Chicken Little yelling at the sky is falling. Whatever. Love this end screen idea. It's better than trying to figure out the placement after every video. So this video is for you, Todd. Yes. You like that? Okay, I'm not gonna do that again. Not tonight, maybe, but I'll probably do that again in the next 90 days because I'm kind of corny, if you haven't noticed. So from within Canva itself, and thank you so much, Paul. I did see that Paul did put, if you don't have Canva, you can sign up and get a free trial of Pro. That's what I have. The Pro version, you can pay annually and save a little bit of money, or you can pay monthly. It's $12.99 per month. That's what I pay. For nonprofit organizations and for students and educators, you can also get a Canva account for free, so you can save some cash flow there. For the most part, I'll show you if we're looking at some elements and some items. It does tell you, because you can use Canva for free. There are certain things that'll be able to be blocked off, but with the link that Mr. Moderator had put in the comments, you can get it, try it out for free, and you're gonna love it because you can use Canva for so many different things. So within the search box, all I'm going to do is, let's type in, let's start off with YouTube. And if we start off with YouTube, this is a bunch of stuff here, lots of stuff. On the left-hand side, so you can break it down some more. We have YouTube video ad, YouTube post, logo, shorts. I don't know if I searched end screen. Let me see. Yes. So if you do end screen, it gives you some better options there. And so you can see, and if I go into one in particular, right? Simple, you can change the colors, change the pictures, and we're gonna go through all of that stuff, but you can scroll, see what you like. I scrolled a little bit. I like the ones that have kind of like here where they are its own movies. Let's see, watch next. That's cool. So that was cool. Let's see, I don't want something too busy. Thanks for watching. That also gives like gamer vibes. This is definitely a gamer vibe. This was the one that I had. here. I customized it just a little bit because you can see that the yellow, the writing is in yellow and the frame are in yellow, and I switched it to red. If we want to do something, I want to do a moving one because I like the moving one. And here's this one. This is actually my cityscapes background. I just deleted all the elements and just used the background. If we go back to my main scene here, right? All I did was I took that one that we're going to work out of today, and I just deleted all the elements, and I used the video file. So just ways to think out of the box. So, coño. Yes, Paul. Paul, what do you know about coño? Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go here. I just want to get to the right scene. Okay, back in business. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you. So let's use this element here. So there's a few different, well, there's actually a handful of different pieces on here. And if you hover over everything, you can see these are all different elements. So if you don't like the arrows, you can get rid of those and delete them. You don't want to do that. Click on the arrows and then delete. I don't know if I like this stuff here. So I want to keep it super simple. Let's just do thank you for watching. If you have your own logo, you might want to bring that in. If we hit play and we want to see what this animation looks like, down on the bottom. Cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back and bring all of the elements back in. And I want to play it for you. So the transitions are cool. I just, I don't know if I like it. But let's see. Or, how about I duplicate this? I make 2 of these, kind of this way. I'm going to delete this here because I'm all about asymmetrical. Bring this down this way. That's kind of busy. I don't like that. But I do like the arrows. And if we hit play again. All right, the timing of those other arrows coming in wasn't the same, but I'm going to leave that. I'm going to delete it. And this is honestly, this is as simple as the end screen gets. Now you can do some extra things. If we look at my end screen, right, I'll go back and forth between the two. If we look at my end screen, you can see that I have my picture here. I put the sound effect in, and then I also put my thumbnail on here. You can add, so this particular one had already the like, share, and subscribe. You can go to different elements and copy and paste that, or you can bring that in if you want. That's totally up to you and how complicated or how simple you want to make this. My lights, I have to fix the timer. My lights just turned off at 7:45 p.m. because normally I'm not streaming for 100 days in a row at 7 o'clock. All right. So let's start off with how I did it with mine. So some cool features with Canva was the first box on my end screen is actually a GIF. So on the left-hand side, you can see there's emojis, that these are the standard emojis that you can bring in, and apparently emojis, that's the new deal now. And people, if you want to bring, I don't know, I don't want to bring in emojis. But if that's your thing, you can do that. And then, hey, Giphy, what's wrong with my connection? So let's go back. My connect. Oh, no. If we do, is it 2 E's, 2 R's? Oh, there we are. Okay. So you would search whatever you want. So that's how I got mine in. I searched and I chose the one from Dices and Moreno, and there it is. Oh, it was the second one. So you can choose the one that you want, and then you're just going to size it up little by little. Size it up, bring it over, And so in theory, if you wanted these to be, let's say, your thumbnail covers, we're gonna do that as well. You can see that these rectangles are a little bit longer than what I have here. So you can take the handles, drag them out, and get it to size as close as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you get it, cool. Let me see, do this a little bit better here. And let's say I do want to bring in a thumbnail image. So because I've been using Canva for all of my YouTube thumbnail, and I want to, let's say I want to change it and I want to feature my most recent iPad as a teleprompter video. I have that. Do I have it as an upload? I do not. So the one thing that I needed to do, if you're going to feature a thumbnail, unless one of you guys that are on have a shortcut, if you're going to feature a thumbnail that you've created already, you have to take that design and upload it into yours, because there's no way here that I know of to easily grab one of your other files. So I'm just going to go in, I'm going to go to uploads, I'm going to upload my media, and that should be in my downloads because I don't clear my downloads. Why would I do that? I thought it was there and it is not here. I'll use for my masterclass, because I am doing a Stream Deck masterclass. For my Stream Deck masterclass, I will change that eventually there. But this was a thumbnail that I created that's on my website, right? So this is my Stream Deck masterclass and 3 personal sessions for that particular package. I'm gonna bring this in because that's what, let's say I want to feature. Make this. So you gotta be careful because you can see if I resize it a certain way, it's gonna look a little bit askew. Can we, yeah, we can bring that down. All right, so what I did was I'm trying to resize it and then to make it a little bit even, but you see then the bottom of my Stream Deck cuts off. So I'm gonna send this backward, and because this is just a square rectangle, you can see that the bottom of this becomes visible. So for me, what I would personally do is I'm going to undo this, Command Z, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Gornio's back. Gornio is always around. I just have been, but Gornio is always around. I'm going to put it on my loop deck because sometimes that's how I feel. All right, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be okay with having some edges show. So just try to bring this into the corner or as much as possible. And then just make it even, right? Because it's just for your, yeah, kind of like that. And then maybe, so it's a little bit more uniformed, do this here so that you're good. And what I actually did with this one, because it says the name of the show and it says Showtime, and I didn't want that on my end screen, I actually cropped it up a little bit more and then made it bigger that way. Don't judge me. So now we cut out that Showtime thing. And I'm going to bring this in because I want it to be even. And there you go. Can I bring this up a little bit more? I can. And then move it down there. Okay. And then that's pretty much it, right? If you want to do like, subscribe, or whatever, you can do like and subscribe. What I would recommend is that if you're going to use a template itself, I would just copy the text that's already there to just keep the formatting with the font very similar, the same. And so I'm going to Option drag, and I'm just going to take all of this text, Control A, and I'm going to type subscribe, and I'm going to move this one down. So we might want to then just delete this actually. Now that we're putting some more elements, bring this in over here. Subscribe. If maybe you want to change the color to white so that it stands out a little bit more, right? You can do that. And I would probably bring this up this way. And while we're at it, I'm probably going to delete those lines because now they just look weird. Oh, no, they look all right. They look all right. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. And I'm going to do, if we look back at mine, what does mine look like? Where is it? Yeah! I keep forgetting that this automatically mutes the scene. I guess we can probably fit all three, like, share, and subscribe, so we're gonna try that. Let's see if we go back. Can the live site be posted? Not yet, because I want to update it with some of the pictures that I took, and I still have to finish. I pretty much have my about page finished because I signed up for Jasper, and I had Jasper do my about page. So by the end of the week, I'll let you know. I'll message you and I'll send you a file with the links so you can have that. Thank you for asking, Paul. Okay, so then we're going to, because again, I'm anal retentive, I'm going to, from smallest to biggest, so like, share, and subscribe. And so we're going to duplicate this, try to evenly space them there. So that's, let's say this says that it's 54, and that's, okay. So 18, 18. Oh no, no. What is happening here? Oh, okay, I see. Am I doing 2? Hey, hold on. Okay, there we are. And that's what I wanted. All right, kind of. So now here, like, and then, so the boxes, if we're gonna center these, you wanna make sure that these boxes, the text boxes, are all the same size. The text boxes are all the same size. So now I'm gonna go up to my alignment. I'm gonna click on it and now center that one. Share, same thing, highlight, align, center, and now subscribe is centered, right? So let's say we wanna animate these. What I want to do is I want to try to animate these as a group. So let's see what it looks like first without it. So I'm going to drag the playhead back to the beginning. We're going to hit play. Oh my God, that's exactly what I wanted. I like that. No need. If we start it again, hit play, and it came from the bottom up. So if we take a look, all three, boom, 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 we're good to go. Let's look at this one more time because it looked like, oh, the white frames came in. All right, simple, right? If you want to throw in your picture somewhere here, depending on how much stuff you want to have, because my thumbnail has my picture in it, I'm not going to do that. You already see me. You don't have to see me more than once. But if you want to, hey, Dwayne, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. He says, my day job is messing up my schedule to get on and see you. I got to talk to the boss. Talk to the boss. Let him know. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. We don't want to have a glass of champagne with him. Talk to the boss, but don't get fired. But wait, are you the boss? Let me know, Dr. Dwayne, if you're the boss. But it's all good. I appreciate you even thinking about it and remembering. That means so much. So thank you for coming through. You missed all just the talk. You came for the good stuff, the meat and potatoes. So you're here at just the right time. We are doing an end screen. I was showing everybody. We're going to do 2. So you came in, you'll come in for the second one. But this is just an end screen where you can put on your live streams that once you're done and you want to give YouTube the comments to catch up with itself. Let's say you want to promote something, whether it's like on my screen here, I posted that I'm doing my masterclass, right, for the Stream Deck. So if that's what I want to start promoting, if you have a video that you want people to watch, whatever the case may be, that's a great way to promote. Hold on, I have to clear my throat. That's a great way to promote whatever it is you want to promote at the end of your stream while you still have your audience there. And you can still kind of, and you're gonna see, because we're gonna do it today, if you can stay till the end, I'm gonna put my end screen on, and as the end screen is playing, I bring the final comments, with YouTube catching up, bring those final comments onto the screen. And then I'm gonna show you how to set it up that once this video finished playing, Ecamm will end the stream altogether. So I like that here, like this. We'll play it one more time. Simple, we're good to go. And so now the other thing that I want you guys to look at, and I didn't do this originally with my file that I downloaded, is looking at the length of the video itself. So when you're looking down here, you can see that this video is 8 seconds. Excuse me, the end screen that I was using was about 5.3 or 5.6. I wanted to make that longer because I had it on a loop, but then I felt like it was just too distracting. So instead of having to worry about putting it on a loop, when you have these animated files or the video files from Canva, you can actually extend them out a little bit longer. So you're just going to click on the file itself down here on the bottom, and you're going to like hover over the edge where it gives you both arrows. And now we're just going to extend that out. I was trying to figure out, and you can see as I'm extending it out, you have the counter kind of right above the purple where there's, let me see if we go back. So if we do this, yeah. So this particular file, and it's probably because of the way these animations are here, this particular one, we can't do more than 15 seconds. Let me click on this again. You can do them up to 30 seconds, but 15 seconds I think is still a good time for an end screen. And that's what I was saying that I was battling with a little bit. I was like, is 30 seconds too long? And so for me, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it for 30 seconds. If it ends up being too long, I can manually press the end stream button, right? So you'd rather have it that it's too long and you manually end it than it be the other way around where it's too short and then you're kind of like you end it abruptly or whatever the case may be. But I think that 15 seconds is really good. And all that's gonna happen is that the video is gonna keep playing in the background, and these guys saying they're just gonna go because that's a GIF that I did. And so we're done. We're just going to, what's happening here? We're just going to download, and up here it tells you, so that's another option on the very top right above my head. It tells you that this particular clip is 15 seconds long. You can do another end screen, so that's another thing if you want to have like a loop. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring this down to, let's say, 3 seconds. And let's say you want to feature 3 different videos. So now we have 3 seconds. I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm going to duplicate it again. And let's do 5 seconds each, actually. So it's still 15 seconds. The file itself is going to be 15 seconds, but we're going to do 3 different files. So I'm just dragging out each of these clips. To 5 seconds. So now each clip is 5 seconds long. Up on top, I think I made this one, that's 5 seconds. How long is this? It says 15. I don't know, I did something, but that's fine. Each clip is 5 seconds long. The top still tells you that is 15.1 seconds. Yeah, the chit-chatting is fun because it's like we're just hanging out, right? We're catching up, some coffee time, and then we get to work. Chit-chatting, water cooler talk, that's always good. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's make these 3 different files. So I'm gonna keep them consistent for the most part, the background. What I wanna change are the featured videos. So I'm gonna change this second one, delete these out, gonna come back into my third clip. I'm gonna delete these out. And then what I'm actually gonna do, since I have 3 different clips, I'm gonna take and just put these on its own one all together. So I'm gonna center this here. I'm gonna delete this one, make sure this is in the middle. How did I do that? That's in the middle there. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna do this, and then bring this one up this way. And so now if we bring the playhead to the beginning, we have like, I think overall, if I do something like that, I would recommend probably 3 seconds per clip. You guys tell me, what do you think? 3 seconds or 5 seconds per clip? All right, so now you saw how that comes in, like, share, subscribe. So now, do I have more thumbnails? I don't know if I have more thumbnails here. I don't have more thumbnails. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload. I should have. So I'm gonna upload 100 days. Oh, I had that one there. Duh, silly girl. I'm gonna upload. Oh, here is a live streaming one that I did. I just want to upload 3 different ones because I want to feature 3 different videos. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my designs. So I have another tab open. And in my other tab, I'm going to go back to my designs. On my left-hand side, I'm going to click on my projects. And here is the Canva one that I just did. So I'm going to click on that. And can I download this? I can. I'm going to download this. Perfect. All right, I'm going to let that download. 3 seconds. Okay, cool. Perfect. Thank you for the feedback. I'm going to go in and we're going to edit it to 3 seconds. That's what I thought. Same page with you guys. Cool. All right. So that downloaded. We're going to go back to the file we're creating. We have to upload that file. So now you can see that's in my downloads. All right. So now I have 4 different thumbnails, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. And so I'm going to take your advice, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make these 3 seconds each. Nope. Hit play. Perfect. And I want to show you guys. So is it the plus? If you click on this plus here in between each file, you can add a transition. So let's say we're going to slide. That's kind of distracting. Maybe dissolve. Oh, I like the dissolve. So let's do a dissolve in between each one. And I'm going to do, what's this circle wipe? No? Slide. Oh, I see. I don't like that circle wipe. Nope. Let's do the dissolve. All right, so let's bring this playhead back. So I did a dissolve in between each one, and it kind of was a little bit more fluid. So once I add in more elements, you'll be able to tell that better. So let's go in, and this is 2.8, what happened here? 3 seconds. Hey. Oh, I know why it did that, because it's changing the timing because we added the dissolve, the transition in between the two. So it's making it all together. So I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. All right, we can make the last one because I want 9 seconds all together. So that's 8.8, and then can we make this a little bit longer? All right, I'm not gonna go too crazy. And then we'll leave the last one so that we get, all right. I'm gonna leave it at 8 seconds, 8.6. I'm gonna come into my second one, and then in my second one, I'm going to bring in my 100 days of live streams, bring this down, resize this, keep resizing. And remember, it's not gonna be perfect. All right, so that's cool. That one I was able to resize and it not look weird right in the box. So we have that one. I'm gonna bring in this other one here. Small, small, small. Command Z, wrong file. Move this over. Resize, resize. I think if I make, because I have lettering on this one on the top, but we can, so if we double click the file, now I want to bring that down because I don't mind if my head gets cut off. I just didn't want, so that's not too bad. Okay, cool. I just didn't want the lettering, excuse me, to get cut off. Guys, I made cookies. I'm not going to eat cookies with you guys on the phone, but I made cookies. Do you see the cookies with you guys on my stream? But all right, and let's go to the last video. Bring this in. Come in here. Do the same thing. Make it a little bit smaller. Can we extend this out? We can extend it out. Double click. Bring it down because I don't mind if my bottom gets cut off. And okay, and because I didn't bring in, I was supposed to bring in an additional thumbnail, I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to duplicate this 100 days of live streaming, and we're going to do the same thing. Bring this over this way, do this here, and that's perfect. All right. Hey, Laura, how you doing today? Cookies, I know. Please deposit 10 cookies for the next 5 minutes. Oh, listen. I told Angie I was going to try to have some cookies for when she comes tomorrow. We'll see if they're still. You guys can ask me tomorrow night if I will still have cookies by the time she gets here. All right. So you saw we added in individual thumbnails from the different videos I wanted to feature on my YouTube. We added in some transitions in between each of the clips. It's the total video itself is about 8.7 seconds. You can play around with that by adjusting each clip. I didn't want to waste too much time on that. I brought the playhead back to the beginning. So now let's see what this looks like. So I'm going to hit play. Thank you for watching. 3 seconds. That's actually not bad because it's just like a good, okay. So let me know, what did you guys think of that? We're gonna download this. So let's say that's gonna be my end screen, right? We're gonna bring that in, and now we want all pages. We want this to be a video, and we're gonna download it. Right, give that a second, and we are going to come back into Ecamm. Hey guys, come back into Ecamm because that does tend to take a little bit of time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new scene. And my scenes should be set from default. Yes, here's this. Let me see, I downloaded, I'm looking at the download in the background. Cool, it downloaded the way we wanted it to download. So and I'm gonna turn on live demo mode. All right, and I'm going to minimize some things so that you guys are not as distracted. Minimize that, okay. So we have my Ecamm box here in black. I'm going to click on the video right next to my eye icon, these gray boxes on the top middle. You have your little, it looks like a film strip with a triangle in it. I click on that, that opens up this box. These are all the different videos that I've at some point used within Ecamm. So if it's a video that you want to use, that you've already used, that's gonna show up here. If not, you can choose a file, which is, what we are going to do. We downloaded it, so I'm gonna click on Downloads, and that is this file that we just created. So I'm gonna open that up, and here we are. I'm going to remove. How long was I muted for? I know that it automatically, so you got to be careful. And I thought I changed that setting. There's a setting from within Ecamm that will mute the scene mute the microphone as soon as you come in. So if you're going to be playing a video, that's in your options, your preferences. But I unmuted myself. I'm going to hit play again just so we can see what this looks like. And that's right, that's good. I think that the most that I would do is I would probably, if I were to go back in and I were to adjust it, I'll play it for you outside of live demo mode so you can see. Simple, okay? I'm gonna come back into live demo mode, and then within your options in the gray part, so right under where it tells you that you're live, you have your video controls. You have your back 30 seconds play, your forward 30 seconds. You have this right next to the forward 30 seconds. You have a drop down menu. And basically what that's telling you is that once this video ends, what do you want to do? Do you want to do nothing? Do you want to loop? That's what I was doing originally, where I was looping the file over and over again. Do you want to go to the next scene, or do you want to end the broadcast? So with my other scene that I created, this one here, this one is a 30-second long video, and if I keep it for the 30 seconds because I plan on bringing the comments in and just letting YouTube catch up with itself, then as soon as this video ends, it's gonna end the scene. So there's that. All right. Do you guys have any questions so far? How about I just give you cookies? Is that you want a cookie? Here's a better, let me close my head away. Look at this. This looks so yummy. Such a yummy chocolate chip soft. All right, let me stop playing with my cookies. And they smell good too. Oh, I love cookies. All right. So that's a really cool idea of what you can do with your live stream to add a little bit of flair to it, to add some kind of advertising, right? A promo at the very end of it. You have it as your end screen. You can change it to whatever it is that you're looking to feature or you're looking to promote, and then you're good to go. If you guys have any questions on that, let me know. Let me bring my Canva window back up. They're good, obs. I've been good. Oh, I went out for a bike ride today. It's 70 degrees. It was 70 degrees and I thought I was gonna do 20 miles, but apparently I am out of shape and I didn't want to overdo it. So I did 16, I did right over, I think I like 15 and a half, 16, what did I do today? Let me see. If I look at my Apple Watch, what does this tell me? Does this tell me my workout? I did 16 miles today. I was exhausted. I said, oh man, I really should have ridden my indoor trainer a lot more than what I have done recently. I was regretting it today. All right. So this was the end scene that we did. Just to kind of recap. Yes, I did ride today. It was good. It was 70. I felt so good. I left at like 1 o'clock, 1:15. I made sure I put it on my calendar. I made sure that I did enough bank work during the day so that I wouldn't feel as guilty to get out. And I think I was back in like an hour and a half. I was back by like 3 o'clock or something to work and stuff. I showered. I had some dinner, finished some more bank work, talked to a few customers, and then I got ready for the stream with you guys. So it was great. All right, just to go back, I'm gonna go home really quick. And I'm trying to move this out the way. No, it was 70 degrees. It was great. What do you mean cold? How cold was it in Georgia? It couldn't have been colder than here. Listen, how cold is it right now? Right now, the weather is, I know I have one of my windows, my Apple Watch. I have the weather somewhere. Of course, when I want to get to it very quickly. It's still 61 degrees right now. The high was 73 and it's 61 degrees. It's great. Right, it was beautiful. So just to recap, to give you guys some ideas, all you want to do if you're looking to do an end scene in your live stream, or that can be your end, you can create those as your end clip of an actual YouTube video itself. This is not just limited to live streaming. That's how I did it. But with the same exact thought process, you can create your end clip for any content that you're creating as a video for within YouTube. And you just put that in at whatever it is as your edited video. That'll be the last clip that you bring in. You feature whatever it is you want to feature, and then you upload that as a whole. All I did was just search end screens. You go to templates, and these are, how many templates? I think when we looked at it, it said that it had like 200 templates or something from within Canva itself. Right, so these are all the different ones. If you hover over it, there are ones that are videos. There are ones that are, that's cool, that are not. So you see that this is not necessarily a video, this one with the girl working out, right? But if you look closely on it, it animated the circle over her thumbnail. So that's, I like that, simple. So you can just mess around with these, download a few. What I actually did was I created an additional folder. So I have an eCam folder on my desktop that I store my overlays, my sounds, and they're all individual, my logos, they're all individual folders within the eCam folder. So I just created an end screen, end scenes folder. So as I start to mess around with this, I'm going to create a few, 2 or 3 different ones to have at my disposal, and just kind of make these mine. This is cool. I would do something like this one here. This is definitely a good, this reminds me of me, this look. But anyway, got a call from someone who went to eCam events at Social Media Marketing World. You know what? Were they trying to brag? I'm not having it. Simply obs, if you add the 5 and the 2 together, then you add a 0, you have... Paul, that was great. Paul, I love that. That was great thinking. Great math there. Paul is always so good. I would be all about that. Is cold. 52, that is, especially for Georgia, you're closer down south than what I am. I enjoyed the weather for you, obs. All right. So messing around to your heart's content. You can use these for both your live streams and your, they got you some swag. You know what? I mean, I guess. And so, Gigi, I don't know if you're still watching. I wanted to see if we were, what was the other thing? Well, I wanted to do like some overlays as well. So let's go. I'm going to close these two windows. And then I just want to show you guys how I did like my 90 days to go. So with different things, so like the calendar, I think what I did was, I think I typed in days to go, and I want to show you guys. All right, so no. So the first thing, what I want to do, if you want to do if you want to create your own overlay where it's small, like mine, right? And I'm pointing at the monitor. I keep doing that. Where it's small, like mine, within Ecamm or another live streaming software that you can bring images in, I would recommend with the lower third size. Yes, with the interview. Okay, cool. Cool. We'll do that next. I just want to show this one really quick. So if you want to create a really cool overlay, whatever it is from within Canva to bring in, the way I did my little calendar, the first thing you're going to do is we're going to create a design up on top. And then I know my head is covering it, but we're going to go down to the bottom and we're going to do a custom size the way we did the day before yesterday. Because since the overlay is going to be small, we can have that more or less the same size as we would the lower third size. So we're going to do a custom size, and we're just going to choose the standard 690 by 250. That's a good size. So we're there. I'm going to move myself back over here, and now we're going to go into elements. If you want to search something in particular, just show you how I did mine. Days to go. Yep. So there's a few different ones, right? So then there's days to go. So obviously that's the one that I chose. And if I click on it, and as you search, because I'm doing 100 days, I think the most that it went up to was like 15. The numbers just weren't working, right? You have, even if you like, so I'm going to delete that. So I want to show you, or the clock. I thought the clock was cool. Right? Days to go. But if you're going to do something where it's longer time frame, and let's go to this magic recommendation, because you can see that this magic recommendation, there's some other options. So I'm going to click on that, and let's see, we have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it looks like it goes up to like basically 9 or 10, right? If you want to do something where it's a 30-day challenge and you're counting down and the numbers aren't there, I want to show you guys what I did, and it's a really quick fix. And you can do it with different ones. So I'm going to bring in a few different overlays. So I'm going to bring in this one here because I want to show you how quick it could really be. Let's bring in this one here. And so I'm actually going to delete this one. I wanted to, I really had liked this one, but I was worried I couldn't match the colors. So we're going to try this together. So I'm going to do this one, I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do this one here. This one's a little bit smaller, so we're going to bring this up. And the concept is going to be the same with all three of them. The only one that I'm a little about is this one in the middle. So what's really simple is that with this one here, the background is all white. All you're going to do, if you need to put your own numbers in, whether it's 15 days or you want to have it blank, so that you can do the way I'm doing, that I change the numbers every day as we go, we're going to go back to our elements, and we're just going to do a shape. And I'm going to bring this shape in. I'm going to change this shape to white, and I'm just going to resize it. I'm going to bring this over here. I'm going to turn it a little bit, move it over a little bit, and click out. And now you can't even tell that there were numbers back there, right? So you just have your white background, and then this is what I brought into Ecamm itself. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this one here. This one on the end, it's going to be a circle, right? So I'm going to bring in this circle. I'm going to change the color to white. I am going to, this one we gotta make, this one may not, it could work. Let's see, fine tuning could work. Let me see. Oh, and that's it, right? So now we hid the numbers. So here's the tricky one. This one in the middle is tricky, not because we can't hide the numbers, but how are you gonna match the neon? So you can do one of two things. You can, you guys are talking to each other in the group, no problem. You can, I wonder if I bring in, so I'm gonna start off with a rectangle. Resize this bad boy over here. Bring it in. That, I may have to use more than one rectangle. I may have to use a few different rectangles because the sizing, I'm going to change these to white. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start dragging. And I'm going to bring this down. Right? So all I'm doing is, because you see that there's a corner on the left-hand side. Oh, see, this one is not as easy to do because of the fading that it has. I don't think I like that. So this one wouldn't be an option. Because if we click on it, yeah, it has that little glow around it. That's not an option. So that wouldn't be, you wouldn't be able to do that. But if we go back to my days to go, you can see that that just gave me some more options, right? And that's what I did with my particular one, because I liked how it looked like a calendar. I literally just took a white square box, went in, resized, brought this in like this, brought this in here, changed this to white, not animate, change this to white. And this is the file that I brought into Ecamm itself. So now, if I'm going to click on download, I'm going to do a transparent background. I'm going to double up the size to twice the size, and I'm going to download that. That's downloaded, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to Ecamm. I'm going to come back to this scene right here, and I'm just going to bring in the overlay this way from my download. And I just put them, all three of them together. Actually, you see, I kind of messed up on the days to go because I made the rectangle too long. So if we go back, how you can fix that is if we go back to Canva, let me close this. You change your background to blank, to black. I would have seen that I actually had two rectangles for whatever reason. I don't know how that rectangle got there. Oh, because I didn't delete the other ones. That makes sense. But I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna re-download it. All I did now, we go back to Ecamm. Where's the scene? This scene. Here we are. We go back to Ecamm. All you're gonna do is now just bring in a text box. And if we're at 90 days, delete 90. You can choose if you want to have light glow and add. I like that. And resize. And then that's it, right? So I'm just going to option, move this way, and then option over here. Make this little bit. Although this clock is like weird because like it's like I feel like this shouldn't say days. I feel like this should say seconds. But anyway, you get the point. That is how you can take an overlay and just with thinking out of the box, customizing it just a little bit more for your overlays, so that if it's limited and they're not giving you the exact options, if you just kind of use some of the additional elements just to customize things. Oh, thank you. You like that, Paul? Thanks. I did that under the gun. I was like, right before a stream, within 10 seconds, I was like, all right, I really want to use this. I really want to use this one. How do I use this one? But they're not going up to 100. And I was looking. I was like, oh, I can just white it out and then use it, right? Simple. And look at how quick it took me. And now I have that as a template, just the white box. So now let's go back into Ecamm, because what I wanted, not Ecamm, Canva, I wanted to show this to Gigi. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to now create a design. And what I want to show Gigi with creating a design, not a custom size, we're just going to do a regular 1920 by 1080 here. Probably gonna make me, I'll leave myself up here for now. Is you have options, like I stated earlier, you have options with now the camera overlays. You can bring in a camera overlay, and that helps to manipulate your overlays a little bit better. But sometimes if you have different layers, the camera overlays can still look a little weird. And so that's where you want to still use the tried and true, making the box where your camera would go as a transparent background. So I'm going to do a super crude, I'm going to actually do this one here, because and this is not a video. I mean, we can leave it as a video. What's the video? I don't even know what the video does. That's fine. But I'm going to leave this, going to delete that, right? I'm going to put, actually, we're going to leave this just like this. And I'm going to put, I don't know. We're going to do that. Do I have uploads? I'm actually going to delete this altogether. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this just like that. So we have, let's say we're going to bring on 3 different guests. This is the frame. So, and this is what happened with Gigi earlier today. I was helping her out, and she didn't even like think, because in Canva, you know that if you put this as a frame and then you bring a picture in, right? If you bring this picture in and you fill it, it's going to do the work for you. So, nope. Control Z, Control Z. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just to show, we're going to go back to elements. We're going to go back to frames. No, stop. And I want to see all. And bring this here. And nope, I don't like that. So I'm going to do this one here. Make this a little bit smaller and bring it in here. Can I? There is a way to crop this. I knew that there's a way to crop this. But let's just say, right, because that's what Gigi had. Gigi had the frames like this. She had a frame here, and then she didn't have this middle part. And so what happened was she was able to get, obviously manipulate the camera over this frame, but what she wanted was, I'm going to delete one. She wanted to get the one camera behind the photo frame, right? Kevin, we're going to end soon, but you made it in time for this second one. You screwed the pooch. Oh my God. So on your stream, Gigi, I heard the pooch at one point. I heard Ivy Rose. She was making noise and you just kind of were like mad chill. But no, it's all good. So this is what you did. Right? Yeah, Kevin said, Paul says that Kevin's early, whatever. This is what you did, was that you had the frames. What you actually want to do is you want to delete the frames, and you see how here we have this black, right? You want to delete the frames, and I would say bring it into a dark color like this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this frame, and I'm going to just bring in a circle here. Yeah, that's about centered. Good. Just a little bit. Make this. Okay. Doesn't need to be perfect. I'm going to change this to black. Ooh, Kevin. I mean, I didn't make them from scratch, but I made cookies. These are, what is it? Nestle Toll House cookies. As soon as I get off the stream, I'm going to have some cookies. All right, Gigi, so not gray. We want black. Why is this not black? We want black. All right, cool. So now you have your 3 boxes of where you're going to bring your guests. Let's say it's 2 guests and you're going to keep yourself in the middle. We're going to download this. And I'm actually going to download this not as a file. I'm going to download this as a PNG. And we're going to go back into Ecamm. I want to show you 2 different things. So we're going to go back into Ecamm and we're going to go here. Yes. They're pretty good. You know, they're Toll House. All I did was just break up the cookie dough, put them on a cookie sheet, but still it's like, oh, when I took them out the oven earlier today, it was like, oh, warm cookies. Oh my God, so good. All right, so I am going to do a blank scene. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to turn on live demo mode. So now you guys are seeing what I'm doing. Minimize some of this stuff here, and I'm gonna move that. And I'm going to bring in the overlay that we just did. That's this guy here, double click. All right, cool. So now, listen, Chocolate, which one? Oh, I don't even have myself on the camera. Chocolate, I'm not sharing, Paul. I don't know, but Klondike is good. All right, so this is what Gigi was trying to do. The frames were here, so it wasn't black. It was the original frames. And then what I told her was to bring in, well, she had done it on her own. She brought in 2 cameras like this, right? She brought in another camera like this. She brought in a 3rd camera. We're gonna make this one a circle, not a square, India, circle, hey, circle, and, right, and we can make it a little bit bigger. All right, make this one a little bit small, no, Command Z, make this a little bit smaller, and I'm gonna do a custom size. And actually I want to delete this because these are the same. So I'm going to narrow down this custom size first. This is how I always recommend when you're doing 2 of the same shape or multiple of the same shape. Narrow down the custom size to what you want it to look like, then just option drag to your second one. And now we're good. You have the grid lines. Good. Okay. So the first thing was that I'm going to lock this scene because you guys know I am good for not locking my scenes. Move it out the way. We're going to look at the overlays window. And with the overlays window, this one here that I'm moving around, we have an order of things, right? So this one here that's kind of highlighted here, right, where the lines are, the cameras are on top. If we bring this, why? Oh, because my scene is locked, duh. So let me unlock my scene. Sorry, guys. Oh, I closed it all together. Okay, so not overlays, show my scenes window. Now that I moved it around, I want to unlock it. I'm going to move this all the way over here. Okay, here we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this to the top order, right? And this is what was happening, Gigi, because you dragged it to the top order, your pictures were not coming. So then you couldn't get the pictures behind the way you wanted to get that look. So we're going to just bring this back under the cameras. And now it doesn't look as bad, but you can definitely make it look a little bit cooler if we do what we were going to say, and I'm going to show you how. So now I'm going to close this out. What I want to do is I'm going to take this file that I downloaded and I'm going to open it up, right? So now this opened up a Finder window. I'm going to cover the Ecamm window. This is a Finder window altogether, right? And so forgive me because I need to remember how to do the tool. There's a tool here. And one of you guys probably know what the tool is. Tools, first of all, go to Tools. And, oh no, what is it? So what I want to do is I want to just take this out. Is it rectangular selection? I'm going to take this here. I probably should have done a better job first. I know how to do this. Tools. Oh no. What's it called? Guys. GG's saying right. No, wait. Hold on, because there is a way. Markup toolbar. Hold on. Bear with me. Show the markup toolbar. There you are. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Thank you for being patient. So what I went into was View, and you want to show the markup toolbar. And now here we have the markup toolbar. And I just got to figure out, is it this one? Yes, it should be this one. Nope. So yes, that's what we want. So you see, so it's kind of like when you're in Canva, right? When you're bringing a frame over, you got to be careful where you're dragging. And this is why you want the section that you're going to take out, you want it to be a different color from the majority of the background, because you saw that as soon as I went over it, it immediately highlighted that section, right? So now, bear with me. So that's what I want. And then what do I do? Oh man, I feel like I'm epically failing you guys. Magic wand, markup, right? The magic wand. Gretchen, go ahead, keep on, because I got it. What's the next step? So this is here. Nope, wrong one. Nope, hold on. So we're gonna magic wand this. And I'm gonna do this here, okay. And is it delete? Oh, yes, that should work. Let me see. Gretchen hasn't caught up yet. So I'm gonna try that, but that should be what it is. If we hit delete, no, hold on, darn it. Nope, escape. Let's do it again. There you are. And I'm gonna hit delete, and you see they're gray. So if we open up, drag, thank you. You guys are the best. See, you guys are teaching me. Thanks. All right. So now, appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. See, teamwork makes the dream work. I want to, where's my overlays window? Because I'm going to delete this overlay. So let me just minimize, just going to move some stuff around. Hold on. Get the marching ants around the section you want, then hit delete. The marching ants, I love that. Okay, so now I'm going to, I got my overlays, that first one that we did, take that off the screen. And if we open this up again, that's the one that we did. So I should be able to just open that up in downloads. Is this the edited one? I may have to save it. Is that the one? Nope, that's the one. You guys are awesome. So look, Gigi, this is what I was trying to show you. So now you see this, my picture is actually behind the frame, right? And so if we look at here, the overlays window, I'm gonna drag it under the cam links, and you see, so like, look at my picture, the circle wasn't there. So it's the hierarchy where the overlay is gonna be on the top, But now my cam links, one of my cam links, there you are. And then we have that, that's behind it. So if you want to zoom in and then move it around, it's now behind the picture instead of being on top of the picture. And then the same thing, oh, because I didn't do the circle. That's why I can't get it. I forgot to delete out the circle itself. That's from Computer Lab, way back elementary school, love it. Right, the marching ants, that's the teacher in Gretchen. That was amazing. So I'm gonna go back, Gigi, to this Finder one. Where's the Finder? This Untitled design. I'm gonna open this up again and we're gonna go through it one more time. So we want to do View. We're gonna show the Markup Toolbar. We're gonna click on the marching ants. I want to change the shape now to a elliptical selection. All right. Wait, nope, I did the wrong thing. Hold on, magic wand. And now I'm gonna delete this. So I'm gonna Command Z, can I? Oh no, yeah, there you are. Okay, and now, oh, hold on, too much. So now this, okay, it did work. So I probably would have been better off because the red is very close in color, but it did work. So we highlighted the circle, we're gonna hit delete, and now all three of these are deleted. And we're gonna bring this back. I'm going to delete this here. I'm gonna bring in that overlay now. And now I can make this circle, the circle you see, now I'm actually behind the circle. And we're good to go. So if I want to do we have that angle, we have that angle, and if I had my overhead camera, I'd bring that in. And if we take off live demo mode, there you are. So you have, that was two different ways. You saw the other way, but this was the way earlier. And let's now, I am pretty much done. Hold on, let's move this out the way. So I hope that you found that helpful, Gigi, with your stuff. Thank you, all of you guys, for being amazing. I haven't heard Marching Ants in a long time. I know, I wanted to sing. Is that the song? The ants goes marching. What's the song? The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Is that the song? Oh my God. Listen. Anyway. Thank you so much, you guys, for supporting. Thank you so much for showing love and coming in and keeping me company. I appreciate you. We are 90 days to go. Today was day 10. That is huge. Huge, huge, huge. So tomorrow, what did we say we're gonna do tomorrow? Tomorrow we're gonna do some thumbnails. Nothing too intricate. Nothing too crazy. We've already kind of set the basis for the thumbnails already because we've done, and she'll say, yes, that is, yes. I'm excited. We've done the basis of like using frames and bringing in overlays and bringing in elements and uploading. So tomorrow's gonna be just piecing it all together. You just got it. Just sang this afternoon with the little darlings. Yay! So glad I remember that from my school days. But that is a wrap, you guys. Day 10 is in the books. 90 days to go. Tomorrow, when we will be here, we will be under 90. We will be at day 89 with 11 days to go. So I am so excited for that. We'll do thumbnails. I might lose subscribers. That's all right. If I lose subscribers, then they weren't my tribe, right? That's it. That's what that means. I'll see if I can think of anything else within Canva and like bringing it into Ecamm with what I use. But I appreciate you. And now we are gonna take advantage of my special end screen, the one that I had pre-made. All right, you guys, I'll catch you guys later.